Hi friends. Happy spring break. Sorry that I did not get through to reading yesterday. I had some meetings and some questions that I had from students that I was trying to help out with yesterday. So I hope this finds you well today. And remember, it's spring break, so you won't have any assignments the rest of the week. Your assignments will start again on Tuesday. So they'll be posted on Monday for you. So always reach out if you have any questions, and I'll get back to you. I am still checking my emails and my messages. So if you are a person who is trying to catch up on some other assignments, or you're doing things, or you have questions, still send them through because I'm still working over spring break just to make sure that everybody's okay. So yeah. As far as restart goes, we left off yesterday. We're almost done the book. We left off yesterday where the boys were like fighting in the nursing home over the Medal of Honor. So right now, I believe it was, we left off, Chase was trying to like run with a vacuum because he wanted to get away from the boys. So we'll see how that ends up going. The chapter today is with Shoshana. It's in her point of view. By the time I get to Portland Street, I'm walking so fast that the others are half a block behind me and running to catch up. Chase! I didn't think I could be madder at him than I already am, but this almost makes it worse. His innocence of the attack on Joel, I saw it with my own eyes. It was easier when I could just hate his guts, no questions asked, but it's not quite as simple as that. Now, every time I work myself into a good rage, I'll see him trying to protect Joel, or working with a video club, or interacting with Mr. Solway. And that will ruin everything. It's the mix of good and bad that makes my head spin. Worse, a lot of the mean things that I said turn out to be wrong, and it might be too late to take them back. In the lobby, I wait for the others to catch up and drag them down the hall to Mr. Solway's room. I knock on the door, but burst inside without waiting for an answer. The old man is doubled over in his favorite chair, working at his sneaker lace with intense concentration. Spying on me, he exclaims. Well, just don't stand there. Come on in. Help me undo this knot. I don't bend in the middle like I used to, and when I do get close enough, I can't see it. I step inside and the others follow. By all means, Mr. Solway adds, invite the whole world. Watch the old codger trying to untie his shoes. Who's bringing the popcorn? You're going to have to blow up the balloons yourselves. I haven't got the wind for it anymore. I kneel down and pick the knot out of his shoelace. Mr. Solway, I ask breathlessly, has Chase been here yet? He shakes his head. Haven't seen him yet in days. You either? He adds a little accusingly. I feel awful. I haven't come by since Joel got hurt, and now I realize that Chase hasn't visited since the horrible day either. It never occurred to me before that because my only thoughts about Chase were how much I despised him. But to Mr. Solway, it must look like we don't need him anymore because our video was finished, and we just tossed him aside. It's my fault, I confess. I got mad at Chase for something that was only partly his fault. That's why he stopped coming? Not because he didn't want to see you, but because he didn't want to see me. And I stopped because I didn't want to run into him. I feel a hand on my shoulder. Joel is standing next to me, and I realize that he's trying to tell me. I'm getting so worked up about this emotionally that I'm not making much sense. A crooked smile spreads over Mr. Solway's craggy face. I wouldn't be young again if it were all the tea in China. Kimberly steps forward. We saw a movie about you in my school. That was Warrior, Brendan supplies quickly. The project Shoshana and Chase did together. That's a commotion. I'm sorry. There's a commotion out in the hall, loud voices and pounding footsteps. Mr. Solway frowns. Not wheelchair roller derby again. The greatest generation. They think they own the world. I poke my head out the door in time to see Chase sprinting toward me with all of the things a vacuum cleaner clutched in his arms. As I watch, he's yanked violently backward off his feet. He falls hard, still clinging to the appliance. Aaron's on the floor behind him, and both hands are on the electrical cord that brought Chase down. Bear hurdles the fallen Aaron and descends on Chase like a bird of prey. And when Chase won't give up the vacuum, Bear rain punches on his head and shoulders. I hear a cry of outrage from Kimberly, but it's not as loud as my own. The two of us reach forward and jump on Bear, trying to pull him off Chase. And it works. He scrambles back to his feet and shoves us away from him. Kimberly bounces off the wall, and as we stumble together, our heads meet with a crack. I see stars. Hey! Little undersized Brendan comes flying at Bear, his anger lending him outrage nobody ever knew that he had. He begins pummeling Bear, landing blow after blow. It's insane. David versus Goliath? He isn't even making proper fists. His thumbs stick out like apple stems. Then Bear's shocked expression turns to cruel glee, and he laughs even as Brendan continues to flail at him. Finally, he hauls off and catches his much smaller assailant with a bone-crushing uppercut to the jaw. Brendan lifts off the floor and lands 6 feet away. Amazingly, Brendan gets up, his chin bright red from the punch, and starts for Bear again. Chase is on his feet, reaching out to hold Brendan off. It's a good idea. These two gorillas could really dismantle him. Aaron snatches the vacuum off the floor and draws it back like a baseball bat, and the ball is Chase's head. I rasp a warning. Chase? Mr. Solway's walker comes freewheeling down the hall. It slams into Aaron's kidney just when he's off balance for the home run swing. He and the vacuum tip over backward onto Bear. Free of them, Aaron, Bear, and the Hoover clatter to the floor. Ha! Bullseye! Exclaims Mr. Solway with satisfaction. There they are. The heavy door at the end of the corridor are thrown open, and Joel appears, leading Nurse Duncan and the 2 security guards. Way to go, Joel! At least somebody had the brains to go for help. Aaron and Bear are ready to fight another round, but the arrival of the security and head nurse puts an end to the action. Brawling in the middle of a court-ordered community service won't look good on their record. So, now, of course, I'm leaving off with another cliffhanger. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens now that the nurse and the security guards are involved, and see who gets in trouble, and see exactly how honest Chase is when it comes to the whole Medal of Honor and the craziness that's happening right now. All right, guys, have a great spring break. Again, Tuesday I'll read again to you. And if you have any questions between now and then, just reach out to me. And as I check my emails and stuff, I'll be looking for your messages if you have any. You might not hear back from me right away, but as soon as I check and I go through, I'll get back to you. All right, take care. See you soon.